My name is David McMaster, and this is Mac on Tobac. Mac on Tobac is commentary on the toll tobacco is taking on those dependent on nicotine from tobacco products and the effects on our families and the community. There is no mistake, big tobacco is big business. I did a Google search to find out what is happening in tobacco profits and revenues these days. Tobacco as a profitable business is doing very well, despite public health efforts to reduce smoking and using smokeless tobacco products. Here is how the three major tobacco companies in the USA are doing from a 2009 report. The biggest, Philip Morris, made $24.5 billion, R.J. Reynolds $8.4 billion, and Lorillard $5.23 billion. Overseas, the British Imperial Tobacco Company reports a 55% increase in profits as their tobacco sales revenues increased. Today, China is the biggest world tobacco market and tobacco marketer. The government there collects 8% of its total tax revenue from tobacco. Annual tobacco industry profits in China stand at $60 billion. China consumed 1.2 trillion cigarettes in the first 6 months of 2009. There are still plenty of cigarette and tobacco customers, as evidenced by a fifth of the United Kingdom still smoking, 46 million American smokers, and 1.2 billion smokers worldwide. That's a lot of customers despite the tobacco deaths that result from smoking cigarettes. The Centers for Disease Prevention and Control report in 2010 indicates there are 45.3 million people, or 19.3% of all adults aged 18 and older in the USA, still smoking cigarettes. It's more common in men, but more women are smoking now than was typical in the past. The Midwest states smoke the most, with southern states coming in second. The CDC reports cigarette smoking is the leading cause of preventable death in the USA, accounting for 1 out of every 5 deaths. So there are still lots of tobacco customers and lots of money to be made for tobacco companies. They're investors and government tobacco tax collectors. Who else is benefiting from tobacco sales? One example is in executive salaries and compensation. In Great Britain, Philip Morris's CEO, Mr. Camilleri, received $9.4 million in incentive pay in 2008, making his total compensation $32 million, up from the $24 million compensation in the previous year. There's no reason to believe other tobacco CEOs are not doing as well in their tobacco death delivery business. Here's another interesting item I discovered. Life insurance companies that sell people life insurance policies invest heavily in tobacco companies. United States, Canadian, and UK-based insurance firms hold at least $4.4 billion of investments in companies whose subsidiaries manufacture cigarettes, cigars, chewing tobacco, and related products. These tobacco products contribute to the deaths of 5.4 million people worldwide annually, according to the World Health Organization. This means insurance companies make profits from selling life insurance policies and also earn large profits from tobacco investments. These companies contribute to the deaths of their customers that smoke cigarettes and use other tobacco products. Tobacco companies, life insurance companies, and state and federal governments that collect tobacco taxes are the big financial winners. Smokers, smokeless tobacco users, their grieving families, and the communities that pay for 440,000 preventable United States deaths a year are the big losers. This is Mac on Tobac. Thanks for your time and interest in our series.